all voted on the Kickstarter update which class you wanted to see next, and the answer was the healer. And I'm actually really excited to talk about the healer because unlike the other original classes, I don't think that the name healer fully explains what the healer is all about. It might be a little bit of a misnomer. It's also a very capable tank. It can do decent damage, and it can be played in a variety of different ways. In fact, one of our playtesters is fondly referred to as the murder medic due to the way that she plays the healer. So let's take a look at some of the healer's cards in Tabletop Simulator. One thing to point out about the healer right away is that it is the only class that starts with an item card, the medical kit. And as you can see, it says right on it, healer only. So only the healer starts with an item, and this item removes 2 bandages from themselves or an adjacent ally. Something very important about healing in Phantom Epoch is that every time a heal action is used, and by a heal action we mean specifically something that has the heal keyword, a bandage is given to the character that is healed. And when the 2 slots on their class board are filled, they can no longer benefit from heal actions. There are also some other effects that come up in events that are affected by whether or not there are empty bandage slots, so that's something to keep in mind. But only the healer has a way of actually removing those bandages once they've been received. The healer has, of course, plenty of cards that do exactly what the name says. Heal 5 to anyone adjacent to them or themselves. A heal 3 just to themselves. They have area heals. They have ways of protecting their allies, preventative measures, which is exactly what the name says. It gives resilient and barrier to themselves or an ally so that the next detrimental condition or source of damage does not affect that character. They have alternatives to healing that still recover HP, like Invigorating Strike, where they can actually cause themselves or an ally to recover HP, which doesn't use the heal keyword, and thus doesn't give a bandage to the recipient. They also have attacks, and pretty decent attacks too. Attack +1 with a Pierce 3 going through guard. That's a great attack to start off with. They have ways of removing detrimental conditions from themselves and allies. They have a lot of movement. They can even move their allies. They, of course, have one of my favorite purchasable cards as well, which is Urgent Care. And no matter what they choose with this, it allows them to act at initiative 1 in a round. Very powerful, very good card for when you really need to go first to get a heal onto a friend before they die. So the healer has a lot of fantastic options, but its advanced classes do too. And its advanced classes branch out in 2 very different directions. For the purpose of this highlight, I'm actually going to get into spoilers here. I'm holding the healer class box here and the 2 advanced class boxes behind it. So fair warning, if you haven't played Phantom Epoch yet and you don't want any spoilers on what's inside the boxes, you might want to skip ahead. You might want to skip the rest of this video, in fact, until the very end, because I am going to be talking about one of the advanced classes, and that's going to be the Surgeon. So let's take a look at the Surgeon, and we'll see how the healer naturally branches into an advanced class and what that actually means in practice. So we're going to go ahead and change our class board to the newly unlocked Surgeon board. So you see we have a new critical ability here that allows us to recover HP ourselves or allies without giving them a bandage, and in fact, being able to remove a bandage. The Surgeon also has a new attachment called the Molecular Manipulator, which allows it to heal its targets even if they're already full on bandages. And it has all kinds of really awesome Neo action cards. For example, it is the only class that is able to bring allies back to life after they've been defeated. It also allows them to turn their heals into direct damage, bypassing any guard. It also gives them, of course, more heals, as you would think a surgeon would do. It gives them heals at lower AP than their base class, and it allows them to exceed the normal 2 bandage slots when healing an ally or themselves. So let's see the healer/surgeon in action for a couple rounds of a mission. Okay, so we have this mission here, all set up, ready to go. We'll play a couple rounds of it and to see how the healer/surgeon plays in actual gameplay. Now, this is an actual mission map, of course, but I'm not playing the actual mission, so we're just going to ignore the mission event. This is actually normally would be the mission that unlocks either the surgeon or the combat medic. So let's choose a couple of cards. I am a Volanan on my surgeon here, so I am able to leap over things, which is going to be very useful right here. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And I'm going to get an attack ready. And that's probably it for this round on the surgeon. I'll be set up much better next round to do all kinds of fun things. On my arsonist friend, I am going to see about lighting some stuff on fire. Why not? That's kind of my job. And maybe getting out from behind the cover here as well. All right, let's start a round. We have our dark blue Growlic Berserker up first. Moving up here, attacking an object in an attempt to get to us. Does do damage to an object. Whoops, wrong button. Next up is the light blue Slink Archer, who is going to be leaping away, unfortunately, to get to maximum range from us, which is 3, 6, 7, 6. So it's going to go there, and it's going to attack the furthest east character, so it will go ahead and attack my healer. It will have to roll 2 accuracy dice. But it fumbled anyway, so it doesn't matter. And then it's going to do a retreat too, which is rather unfortunate, but that's okay. Then we're going to have the yellow Berserker move up here, and it too will be attacking an object in an attempt to reach us. And it hits the object, and now it is my healer's turns. So as a Volanan, I get a leap 2, move 1 out of this card with a 3 AP. So I'm going to go ahead and leap 2 here, move 1 here, and then I really want to chase down that archer. So I'm going to do the same thing with Invigorating Strike, convert it to a leap 2 and a move 3. And let's get right up next to that archer. Now it's our arsonist's turn. I'm going to do some fun stuff here. I am going to do arson on this object right here. So I do succeed. Instead of destroying it, I'm going to put a burning token over it. And anything adjacent to it is inflicted with burning. So that Berserker is getting inflicted with burning. And then I'm going to do an attack +1 on that same Berserker who has 0 guard at the moment. I do fumble. I think I'm going to convert that fumble into a 0, which will cause me to be knocked down. I'm just going to put it beside me for now. So that does end up doing 1 damage because it was an attack +1. And then I'm going to use my Manic Leap to stand back up so I can remove the knockdown. And then I'm going to leap over here. And what that's going to do is it's going to force this Berserker to walk through the fire to reach me, which is great. Next round. All right. I am going to take out that archer. How dare it run away from me. And then the arsonist, I'm going to go ahead and, you know what, I think I might put up some guard. Those Berserkers are coming for me one way or another. So let's just guard ourselves. Maybe do an attack too. Maybe I should do it. No, we'll just do the guard. All right. Let's these adversaries around. All right. So arsonist first does inflict itself with burning, but gets some guard. Yellow Growlic Berserker next. And the yellow Growlic Berserker is going to continue attacking this object in order to try and reach an enemy. And it does succeed in destroying it. That object is destroyed. Now has a path, so it will convert Fast Strike into movement, but with 1 movement, it can't get onto that difficult terrain anyways. So that's it for the yellow Berserker. Now, this is going to be fun. It is my healer's turn. I'm actually going to convert Malpractice into an attack. Attack the archer who, I didn't notice that. That it as guard 2 this round. So that ends up only being 1 damage, and that does become a little bit of a mistake right here. But I am going to use the heal 5 with my euthanizer, which turns heals into damage instead. So I spend that Nova Cell, and I'm going to heal 5 that Slink Archer. And unfortunately, because of the guard, it survives with 1 HP. I thought I was going to take it out. Oh well. Now it's going to attack me back. And this is an attack plus 3. So that's 6 damage. But I do have a steel breastplate on right now. So I do have guard 2. So that's 4 damage. Nothing I can't heal myself for. So 4 damage to me. And then it is going to perform a retreat 2. And that's it for it. Now, this is kind of fun. The Berserker takes its 3 burning damage. Then it's going to move through the fire hazard, which gives it 3 more damage and inflicts it with burning again. But then it's probably going to cause me some pain. We'll see. So it does an attack -2, which works out to attack +1 against the Arsonist. Ow. So that is 5 damage before my guard 2 that's currently up. 1, 2, 3. And then it's going to do an attack. Works out to an attack 0. If it does even 1 damage, it instead will deal damage equal to the amount of HP it's missing. And unfortunately it does. So that it's currently missing 7 HP. Ow. Oh well. Good thing we have a surgeon with us. All right. Now, the surgeon, of course, is too busy chasing down this archer to actually help out. So, sorry, Arsonist. It will be... Actually, let's make sure a guard doesn't get in the way again. Let's use a Pierce. I do want to keep my guard up here, but I do also only have 3 HP. I have no choice on the Arsonist except to rest to get rid of burning. So I am resting. All right, so Arsonist goes first, removes burning, recovers its cards, and then is in for a world of hurt, I think, tear. So this is interesting. The Growlix both draw a card that lets them remove their detrimental conditions. The yellow one will convert its attack into movement, but once again, it's 1 NP. So fortunately for the Arsonist, it's stuck there. And then our healer is going to move with Drake Safety, and then do an attack +1 with Pierce 3, and finish off this archer. There we go. That's more like it. And gets 2 Nova Cells out of that deal. Then the Dark Blue Berserker is going to do an attack +5 with Inflict Bleeding on our poor Arsonist. Ow. That's 9 damage. That's a very dead Arsonist. But I do have my Auto Resuscitator harness on, so that will trigger. And I did actually miss that I also had a light Baranium Horned Helm, which does 2 damage back to the Berserker. So the Auto Resuscitator harness keeps me alive with 1 HP. I am, however, bleeding now, and I won't be able to rest next round because I just rested. So hopefully the healer is feeling more like healing this time around. And I think it will. Right. Let's see if we can take out the final Berserker this round. I want to light it on fire. Fire is good. All right. Healer first. Draw a valid line of sight to any space within range 4. Heal 5 all allies that the line is drawn through. Optionally, including the surgeon themselves. Yes, I will. Thank you very much. Right. So that does give a bandage to both of us. I don't think I actually should have had a bandage there. Oh well. And then our Arsonist goes. Thanks to the healer, it does not bleed to death yet. It does an attack +1 on the Dark Blue Berserker, who currently has guard 0. So that is 3 damage, and that is enough to defeat that Berserker. And then I think I will convert Pyromania to a move 3, and I will use my boots to change that move into a leap and run away to the safety of my friend. And then the yellow Berserker is going to move 3 to there, then convert its attack into a movement to get a little closer, and then it will be focusing on trying to take out a destructible object to reach us. But I think if we played a couple more rounds, we'd have it down before it ever made it to us. So that's a couple of rounds showing how the surgeon works. You might have noticed that the surgeon did some decent damage, direct damage, without even having to roll. It healed, it saved the arsonist from a distance, and it healed itself. It tanked some damage. So the healer and the surgeon is very versatile in everything that it can do. It's a really fun class to play. It's not your typical healing class, despite the name. And make sure that you check it out if you play Phantom Epoch. Even if healing classes normally aren't your thing, maybe the healer will be. Thanks for joining me for this look at the healer.